待ってください。焦って飛び出してはいけません。言い逃れできないようにするためにも、まずは写真を撮って証拠を残しましょう。あなたのカメラで撮っていただけますか？きっと私のものより解像度が高いでしょうから。
If there's one thing that I learned is that rich people will do anything to get even richer.
クルステ家のノーバート、そして隣にいる方、こちらを向きなさい。私に見えるように手を置くのです。
なんだ、お前たちは誰だ？
どういうことだノーバート。お前絶対に誰にもバレないって言ってたよな。
お前と、いや、シルバーメイン、早くこの侵入者どもを追い払え。
シルバーメインの情報官の前で威張ろうだなんて命が惜しくないようですね。行きましょう。この偽者たちを懲らしめるのです。もう諦めなさいノーバート。共犯者は私たちが倒しました。あなたに逃げ場はありません。
Are you praying for salvation,
大
sir?
胆にも手下にシルバーメインのふりをさせるなんて、裁判団がどのようにあなたの罪を裁くのか楽しみです。
お前たち、いや、証拠がないだろう。俺はただここで。
まだ抵抗するつもりですか？あなたたちの秘密の取引はすでに私たちが写真に収めました。証拠は十分だと思いますが、他に何か言いたいことはありますか？
俺はくそ。
やっぱりお前のことなんて信用するんじゃなかった。金持ちのボンボンってのはどうしてこうも無能なんだ。
シルバーメインのお嬢さん、コウさんだ。お前たちについていく。このマイクロフィルムは博物館に返してくれ。俺が悪かった。ただ一つだけ頼みがある。この件はおじには言わないでくれ。そんな人、怒り狂ったおじに生きたまま皮を剥がされかねない。
それは私が決められることではありません。ここまで本当に大変でしたね。ですが結果としてマイクロフィルムを取り戻せただけでなく、窃盗事件の犯人も捕まえることができました。これは大きな功績と言えるでしょう。ただ少し納得がいきませんね。ノーバートは魔が差しただけのお坊ちゃんに過ぎません。そんな彼にあれだけ多くの人を集めてこれほど大規模な窃盗を計画する能力なんてあるのでしょうか？
Because he's not the only
こ
person
の疑問
operating.
は彼を尋問するときに聞くとしましょう。私たちの仕事はこれで一段落しました。これまで本当にありがとうございました。マイクロフィルムを博物館に持って帰りましょう。
Yes.
成功です。プロジェクションは正常に映し出されています。フィルムは損傷していないようですね。プロジェクターが元通りになれば歴史館も一般開放できる。これで博物館の主要な3つの展示館が来館者を迎えられるようになりました。博物館の全スタッフ、そしてベロブルグの市民を代表してあなたにお礼を言わなければなりませんね。あなたの助けがなければ博物館の多くの展示品は行方知れずになっていたでしょう。本当にありがとうございました。
Another great accomplishment to my name. Ah, don't mention it.
いえ、あります。私からすれば今この博物館を開放することには大きな意義がある。過去のどの開放よりも明記する価値があるのです。この十数年の間に仮想部で大人になった世代には貴重な芸術や歴史の親戚に触れる機会がありませんでした。あなたの行為は彼らの欠けていたものを埋めてくれたのです。ですから あなたが大したことではないと思っていても、あなたのしたことは本当に素晴らしいことなのですよ。私は何を言っているのでしょう。その博物館の非常勤の支配人を続け、歴史館の日常的な経営を担当したいのでしたら、エリスさんに声をかけてみてはいかがですか？どちらにしても今は他に適任者もいません。私たちの助けになって自分も楽しめる、なかなかいい案だと思いませんか？あ、それと、もしノーバートから何か留意すべき情報を聞き出せたときはすぐにあなたにも共有しますね。それではまたお会いしましょう。
Bro-nya? Oh yeah, I heard we can talk to visitors here. There are special visitors that we can talk to. Like, hey, isn't this careless? Why are you here to get my signature as well? Volunteer tour guide. Don't worry, I didn't forget. It's just everyone was so excited. I can't hold it any longer. It's difficult holding back the passion, you know? Ah. Automaton spider. An automaton spider model. Paid promotion. Pay. Lost exhibit clue. Mind mantle clock. Automaton hound model. Huh? A fresh face. What have you come to our robot settlement for? I want some data from the automaton hound. Yeah, right. That's a pretty tall order. No way I'm handing over automaton data to just anybody. But then again, if you're willing to spar with my big baby, then I might just be willing to reconsider. How about it then? A fight? Or are you scared of my baby? Let's fight then. Bring it on. Good. Another chance for my sweetie to pick up some new combat data. Let's start.
Yep.
Now that's some precious data. Don't worry, my dear, I'll give you an upgrade. So here's the previous automaton data for you. I ain't got the use for it anymore. You earned it. See you later, brother. See ya. Paid promotion, pay. J-Port! Huh. Hi, champ, do you want to go work part-time in the museum? We met again. Are you here for a chat? Yes. Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? Volunteer? Do you mean as a volunteer guide? If I'm not mistaken, I submitted my application to Pella a while ago. Didn't she receive it? I'm not sure. I should probably ask her. Sure, thanks for your help. If she doesn't have my application form, I'll just fill in a new one. I'll send her a message to ask about it. Thanks, you're welcome. Hey, pal. Oh, you up? I'm inviting Jipar to be a museum volunteer guide, but he says he's already submitted the application form. Do you know anything about this? Hold on, let me have a look. Dots. I found his application. It got squashed between other documents. I haven't looked at it yet. Please let him know to prepare for the interview. Oh, by the way, you don't need to be the assistant assessor this time. Get some good rest, but I want to. Is that no longer useful for you? Hey, you know that's not true. And stop pretending to get offended when you're getting a free pass to chill. I just want you to have a rest. I don't mean anything else. After all, you've been working hard for the museum all this time. I need to head off now. Please let Jipard know about the interview. I want to interview him as well. She said it was a mistake. I understand. As an intelligence officer, she has to deal with piles of files every day. It is impossible not to mess up once in a while. Anyway, I've got my answer. Thanks for your hard work. Without you, both of us will still be in the dark about the situation. What situation? Now I need to start preparing for the interview she mentioned. Hope I'll have the chance to be your museum guide soon. See you around. Ooh, phase complete. Hi Pella, hi again.
またお会いしましたね。元気そうで何よりです。
Well, you forced me to
博物
rest.
館は来館者でいっぱいです。こんなに人がいるところは見たことがありません。あなたの経営は素晴らしいですね。子供たちがお菓子の包装を手当たり次第に捨てたりしなければもっと良かったのですが、ほんの少しの間に半分食べかけのスノーキャンディーを3つも拾いました。
Is there something you want to talk about, Bella? Kids these days.
そうですね。見かけたらちゃんと叱らなければなりません。本題に戻りますが、私たちが捕まえたノーバートのことは覚えていますか？シルバーメインが彼から新しい情報を聞き出したので、今回はそれを伝えるためにあなたに連絡したのです。今までずっと不思議に思っていました。社会経験の乏しい裕福な家の子息がどうして突然文化財の窃盗なんて考えついたのかと。それに彼の知識と経験だけでは知恵と歯車をバラバラのパーツに分解してロボットの体内に隠しておくといったアイデアを思いつくはずがありません。私の予想通り彼は半日も尋問しないうちに全て白状しました。ノーバートの供述によると、博物館の展示品を狙い始めたのはコールドフットという謎の人物に扇動されたからだそうです。そのコールドフットとやらは博物館の展示品の多くはシルバーメインが強行手段で個人収集家から奪い取ったもので、真の正義は文化財を人々のもとへ返すことだと彼をそそのかしたらしいのですが、このようなデタラメ、おそらくノーバート自身も信じていなかったでしょう。彼は単純に自分の能力で大儲けしたかっただけに過ぎません。
Rich people do
コ
anything
ー
to
ルド
get
フ
even
ットは
richer.
買い手を紹介しただけでなく、彼に策略を授け顧問費用として3割だけもらえればいいと言っていたそうなので、お坊ちゃんからしたらお得なビジネスだったのでしょうね。
Did you find this Mr. Coldfeet?
それこそがあなたに連絡した理由です。
You haven't.
ノーバーとの話ではコールドフットは何をするにも非常に慎重で、特にシルバーメインの一挙手一投足は把握し尽くしているそうです。街で少しでも自分の噂が立つとその途端に跡形もなく姿を消し、影も見つからないのだとか。もしノーバートの言っていることが事実なら、念のため経験豊富な民間人を派遣してコールドフットに接触し、表に引きずり出せないか試してみたいのですが。
You want me to go and meet him?
はい、誰もがあなたほどの適任者はいないと考えています。ノーバートによれば彼は普段ゲーテホテルの部屋のドア越しにコールドフットと交流していたそうです。いつも約束していたという時間はちょうど今頃ですね。
Right now?
シルバーメインからの最後のお願いだと思ってゲーテホテルに行ってコールドフットと会っていただけませんか？
Time to eavesdrop. え How is it? Are you at the Gate Hotel? Already outside the door? So efficient as expected of you. Norbert said the secret signal he said when Mr. Coldfeet was 3 light knocks, then 2 heavy knocks. Now it's all up to your silver tongue, Gillis. You can do it, I believe in you. 3 light knocks, 2 heavy knocks. The door remains unperturbed, and you feel a chill breeze brush past your knees. If you stayed any longer in this freezing hallway, you would soon turn into Mr. Coldfeet yourself. Tap 3 times and knock twice.
何も起こらない。暗号を覚え間違えたのか。
No,
おや、ノーバート。あ
it's
なたですか？
it sounds like someone I know.
あなた、どうしてこんなに遅くなったのですか？シルバーメインに捕まったのかと思いましたよ。さっきまであなたの性格からして逮捕されたら真っ先に僕のことを売るんじゃないかと考えていたんです。そうなったら僕は急いで逃げなければなりません。もう十分に儲けることができたのでどちらでもいいんですけど。
How could I ever betray such a dear friend?
なんとその言葉、感動で涙が出そうです。って冗談はやめてください。僕たちは共犯関係なんですよ。わかります？共犯。誰があなたと苦難を共にしたいと思うんですか？はあ、もういいでしょう。早くマイクロフィルムがいくらで売れたか教えてください。
まずい
I
な。
didn't remember it.
適当な値段を言うしかない。ごまかせるといいけど。
Did the greedy buyer mention any amount of money? I don't remember. I don't remember.
50万？あなたの弁舌でそこまで値段を引き上げられたんですか？それともあなた、ドアスコープもついてないなんてダメなホテルですね。
疑われ始めてる。まずいな。次の質問はよく考えてから答えないと。
I am thinking through.
ところであることをど忘れしてしまったので教えてほしいのですがこの前歯車と知恵を解体してから隠すように教えたのを覚えていますか？
72?
結局あれはどれだけのパーツに解体したんでしたっけ？
Was it 72? I don't remember. About 40? I thought it was 72. About 40? I thought it was 72. Really? The hero of the Stellaron crisis, the Supreme Guardian suspect the comrade in arms, let the prisoners slip away just because of a hotel tour. There's only one choice left in front of you. Break that into with a bang. See?
あおーっとこれは僕のお得意様ではありませんか。ここで再会できるなんて本当に縁がありますね。僕たちの友情の橋は常冬法にかかるほどだ。
It was amazing no one suspected you. Why do I look so sad?
それも仕方のないこと。この散歩、最近はお行儀よくしていましたから。シルバーメイン金庫で見張りをしている衛兵に朝食を用意して差し上げようと思ったくらいにね。
I don't believe you.
ちょっと何か言ってくれません？じゃないとすっごい気まずいじゃないですか。ここで僕から提案があるのですが、検討してみてもらえませんか？ほら、 僕は最近文化財に関するビジネスでいくらか儲けましたので、
No,
その
thank
3分の
you.
1をあなたにあげるというのはどうでしょう。その代わり今回のことは多めに見て、シルバーメインには言わないでください。惜しくも捕まえられなかったといえば、彼らも大英雄であるあなたを非難したりしないでしょう。どうですか。3分の1は大金ですよ。よく考えてみてください。僕があなたを陥れたことなんてありませんよね、お得意様。
No, thank you.
なんて頑固なんですか。あなたらしくないですよ、兄弟。わかりました。この散歩、まさか自分のお得意様の手で失脚することになるとは。早くしかるべきところに通報してください。素早く処理した方が僕の苦しみも長引きません。
But it's very slippery. I caught with a cold feet, Bella. A sample. Sample? I thought he's turned over in your leaf, but I'm coming over right now. Wait for me where you are. Don't let him get away. I'll try. See, he already slipped away. No.
くそ、逃げられるなんて。仕方ない。とにかくペラが来るのを待とう。
ただいま到着しました。容疑者はどこですか？
He slipped away, Pella.
そうでしたか。相変わらずずる賢くてわけのわからない手品が得意なんですね。彼が最近シルバーメインを丸め込み、自分は改心したと思い込ませることができたのにもうなずけます。ですが今回の件で彼の手口は分かりました。今後はもう二度とあのような小細工で私たちを騙すことはできません。絶対にです。今回はここまでにしましょう。あなたは十分すぎるほど手伝ってくださいました。今後の追跡捜査はシルバーメインの巡回隊にお任せください。どうぞ。こちらはお礼の品です。これからの旅で役に立つことを願っています。それと、もし歴史文化博物館の経営を続けたいのでしたら、私とエリスさんは大歓迎ですからね。あ、今の話で思い出したのですが、さっきエリスさんがあなたを探していましたよ。博物館に行って彼女に話を聞いてみてはいかがですか？
こんにちは。今回はいろいろと助けてくださって本当にありがとうございました。おかげさまで歴史文化博物館も再び活気を取り戻しました。こんなに賑やかな光景を見るのは私が子供の時以来です。あ、そういえばお伝えしたいことがありまして、この前青い髪の男性がここに来て博物館の支配人に渡してほしいと一枚の便箋を残していったんです。便箋
Sample.
はこちらに。あなたが読んだ方がいいと思ったのでまだ内容は確認していません。
僕の最愛なるお得意様へ、おめでとうございます。今日という日を記憶に刻みましょう。なぜならあなたはもう少しで偉大なるコールドフットを捕まえるところだったんですから。ところで、博物館の経営ゲームは楽しんでいますか？これはちょっとした助言なのですが、実は僕この方面ではなかなかのやり手なんですよ。必要があればいつでも僕に連絡してください。いついかなる時でも馳せ参じましょう。ご心配なく、僕はどんな仕事でも真面目に敬意を持って務めますので、展示品には指一本触れません。
And what does that even mean? You dare set foot in here, Mr. Coldfield? Cold feet? Information terminal and display monitor set. Hook! Hey, Hook! Oh, it's our honorary member. Did you see any bad guys in the museum? If you have, you must tell Hook immediately. Hook and Diggertron will chase the bad guys away to make sure the museum visitors have a good time. Thank you, Hook. I can always trust you. Here it is. You find a stack of rusty cabinets that have obviously been abandoned here for quite some time. Like the lost treasure, you cannot see the value in this. To a spectator, this will merely look like a pile of trash. Perhaps this is how the treasure hides its value until the people in possession of the treasure map come to find it. White Ranger Ice Sculpture. Do I have to fight this again? Oh, take photo. This? Jeopard! Nice! Hey Jeopard! Welcome to the Billabong History and Culture Museum. I'm a volunteer tour guide of the museum and the Silverman Guard Captain Jeopard. Why are you so stiff? If you have any questions, feel free to ask me about it. I hope you will have a wonderful exhibit experience. Oh, you're working so hard. I wonder if this is Sele. How do I get to her? She's number 5. A replica of Alyssa Rand's lance. Oh, so it belonged to Alyssa Rand. Oh. Yes, I am currently in possession of it. Why can't I do it here? There you are you ready? I'm ready to give a combat demonstration. Thank you, allow me to observe. Thank you so much, hero of Billabong. You have done real solid for me here. I put together something to thank you. Go ahead and take it. like this. Why is it positioned like this? Silly, finally! What brings you here? Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? Museum? Bronya seems to have mentioned that before. Did she send you here? I sent myself here. Okay, I'll cut to the chase. I mean, just think about the Billabong History and Culture Museum. Do you really think I would fit anywhere near the history and the culture? Yes? It's not that I'm not willing to help, but I'm not suitable for the role. I'm sorry for making this a fruitless trip for you. But Bronya will be so sad about this. Can you reconsider for Bronya's sake? Huh? It worked! Fine, I'll do it. Just hand me the application form. Never mind, you keep the form for me and I write it. And write down what I say verbatim. I'm happy to help. As you should. Okay, let's get on to business. Listen to me carefully. The first question, what's your name? Sally, no last name. Let's move on to the next question when you're ready. What is your personal experience? This is a tough one. Forget it. Just say that I have no experience. I can't really disclose any of the jobs I have done for the wildfire. Fine. Next one, please. The last question. What are your skills and expertise? Why are the questions getting trickier? Let me think. Just go ahead and put down dispute resolution, which won't sound too intimidating, I hope. Okay. Thanks a lot. Solving conflicts. Suppose it's done. Can I take a look? I hope this surprise is gonna be a pleasant one. Well, let's head to the overworld and submit this thing. Though I reckon it will still be unlikely for me to pass the background check. Why would they do a background check for a museum volunteer? This museum looks so posh. It reminds me of that orphanage in River Town. Are you Miss Aris? I'm here to submit my volunteer guide application form. Should I give it to you? Yes, please give it to me. Sally, what are you doing here? Did Kellus bring you here? Yep, that's me. I see. I've been trying to make you come for so long, but to no avail. Seems like Kellus is the only one who can convince you. I guess it's my turn to ask questions now? My application didn't pass the review, right? Can I just go now? No, Bella was impressed by your ability, so she wanted me to have an interview with you. How come Bella has the gall to post the Supreme Guardian around? It's not like that. A Supreme Guardian should never be put on a pedestal. Since Bella is in charge of the museum revitalization plan, I have no problem following her instructions. Still, she was quite nervous when she discussed this matter with me. Anyway, let's head to the rest area, Sally and Kellus. The interview will be held there. I'll play along, but it's only because I'm not busy today. Thank you, Sally. As for Kellus, the assistant assessor, you may get on with your things first. Let's start the interview when you are ready. Let's do it now. For some reason, I feel a bit nervous. Dots. Are you two communicating telepathically? No way, telepathy and real. Wait a minute, you are not actually trying to read my mind, are you, Lady Broya? This is my first time speaking to you in this position, and I don't know what to say. Should we end the interview here? It's good for both of us. Let's not take up any more of Kellus' time. Don't wait, we have to go through the entire process no matter what. Kellus, do you think I should ask the question as an interviewer? Just ask questions based on the resume. I'll ask the questions based on the resume then. This is also a great chance for me to get to know Sally better. Don't we know each other well enough already? First of all, the name is Sally, which is indeed your name. I see. Speaking of your name, there's something I've always been curious about. In fact, Sally itself is not a common name in Billabong. Does it have a special meaning? Well, Oleg gave me the name. He said that it meant soul in ancient Billabongian. I'm not sure what he tried to convey through that name, but to all those thugs and gangsters in the underworld, I'm like a spectre always haunting them. Well, I'm surprised by its profound meaning. How fascinating. Now the next question. You have no personal experience? You went through a lot, didn't you? Indeed, but none of them is decent. I don't think it's necessary to include them. I understand, so I'm not going to probe. Let's see what's next. For skills and expertise, you wrote dispute resolution. That's one way to describe it. I'm sure you know very well what I do in the other world. I understand. However, there won't be such kind of dispute in the museum for you to deal with. Even if there were such dispute, I could handle it. No, if there were such a dispute, you should need to summon the Silverman guards. Don't forget that protecting me is now one of your duties. You can't just gratuitously get yourself hurt. Okay, I got it. Well, let's call it a day. I'll announce the result now. I'm sure I failed. You have passed. Welcome to the Billabong History and Culture Museum, Sally. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Congrats, Sally. Even if you're doing this for me. Even you are doing this to me. Looks like I'm gonna be stuck here. Anyway, everything's fine as long as she's happy. Everything for Bronya. Are you two having a secret talk? Hey Bronya, what should I do next? Hurry up and assign some jobs to me. Follow me later. We have to go through some formalities. Thank you for your help in the interview. Thanks to you, I've had a chance to get to know Sally better. Please excuse me now, as I have to take Sally to complete the procedure. Do you really have so little trust in me? Ah, so she is lost. Another ice sculpture. A friend of mine who works at the Golden Theater was ranting to me about how everyone spends their free time going to the museum, that even the number of opera goers has decreased. Watching your work, I feel like I've reignited the passion I had when I first applied to work at the museum. Thank you. Leave the future management work to me. You have been busy for so long. You should have the time to appreciate the changes you have brought to this museum. I hope we can see you often. Great. But what about the other exhibits? Silly. Welcome to the Billabong History and It still feels too awkward even after so many rehearsals. I think we can skip the formalities, right? Yeah. Have fun, Silly. It looks weird. Looks like a stick. Lady Bronya will be gracing us with her presence here at the museum. She would like to make it up with you. I didn't do anything bad, did I? Actually, it has to do with Lady Bronya's mother, the late Supreme Guardian Kokolia. Lady Bronya commissioned Clipboard 4 for a portrait of Madame Kokolia and would like it to be displayed in our museum. Supreme Guardian Bronya has arrived! Looks like she's here. I'm sure Lady Bronya will prefer to confirm with you herself. My lady? We met again. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting on such short notice. Is there anything that I can do for you? To commemorate my mother, the architects and I agree that a portrait should be created for her and sent to the museum for the Bilbogians to remember her. However, if the portrait is to be added as an exhibit to the museum, it will need a brief introduction. Although we have already put out the narrative that Madame Kokolia has sacrificed herself with the war, Bronya, these people are listening. We still want to hear your opinion, the hero of Billabong who saved the city. I'm afraid I'm not up to the task. You don't have to be modest. I trust your instincts. As for how to organize such language properly, just leave it to me. Let's start. First, in the story of Mother before her reign. It is said that my mother, like me, was also selected from the barren underground and brought to the overworld. At the time, she was curious about everything, especially the flowers that she couldn't see in the underworld. In her spare time, she would always go to the florist. Later, she became the top student at the Billabong Military Academy, graduating at the top of her class. People say she had the most intelligent mind in all of Billabong. After that, Mother embarked on her career in governance and with her charismatic personality, gained the support of the entire city. Under her supervision, the Silverman Guards were finally able to counterattack and reclaim the fragmentum, though it comes at too high a cost. What do you think? How should we describe Mother's early years in the introduction? Yeah. In that case, Supreme Guardian Kokolia showed remarkable knowledge and ability during her studies. Billabong firmly believed that such an intelligent mind would pick up the last torch of civilization and lead people through the dark and boundless snow curtain. Do you think this description is appropriate? Very much so. Next up, story after she has taken power. Under Mother's rule, the most well-known decree was the blockade of the overworld and the underworld. On one hand, this measure secured Billabong's rear, but it also resulted in many unnecessary sacrifices, causing much controversy among the people. However, she never forgot her dream of healing the world, but due to certain reason, she suffered continued torment, both mentally and physically, which eventually led her to becoming the unfeeling and indifferent person you knew. Nevertheless, Mother still regarded me as her dearest daughter, perhaps leaving what little warmth she had left for me instead of her people. I'm sorry, I may have injected too many personal feelings. Let's get back on topic. How do you think we should describe Mother's experiences during her role in the introduction? Emphasize her motherly love? Do you think that might be a bit too personal? This is a museum, I mean. It's okay to be personal. Let me try and organize the language. Sorry, let me drink first. Though the Supreme Guardian lost before her cruel destiny and the light of humanity eroded away, she still tried her best to give whatever gentleness she had to the people and help them towards salvation, just like how she treated her daughter. Do you think this description is appropriate? Yes. So next is the final moments of Mother's life, but Clipboard 4 already has a conclusion for this part, so let's skip it. Let's give Mother an objective assessment. Even though you once fought against her, I believe you can provide a perfect answer. As a trailblazer and her former enemy, how would you evaluate Mother? Former Supreme Guardian Kokolia? She had good intentions, but she chose the wrong path. No, I'm sure about it. The other architects and I will carefully consider your opinion before finalizing the draft. If you're interested in the final text, come to the History Culture Hall yourself to check it out. See you later. I thank you for your contribution to Billabong. You will forever be our hero. Oh! Oh my god, it ends! The museum is complete. Let's have a tour. A very small tour from this side. Oh, the small radio, painting. This is Boris's room. More paintings, and then a briefcase, a cylindrical thing, a lantern, and a cat statue. Okay, let's go inside here. We have sculptures of ice monsters. And then this bed that actually belongs to Alisa Rand. This is also the bed that I use. This one belongs to me. Oh yeah, the microfilm. Okay. And then we go here. And then inside here, we have antique cars, replicas of robots, a projector, this thing, I don't know what it's called, this television thingy, the clock thingy, and then paintings, or a photograph. Yeah, more paintings on this wall. This is the sculpture that takes 20 years to make. Okay, so we come here and we have more paintings. The meteorite fragment, the first thing that we add to this museum. More paintings. Plant sample. I don't know what that is. Oh, a lamp, an antique lamp. Okay, I think that's everything on that side. This side, we have the locomotive. I don't know what machine that is. A cannon, an energy hoop. I don't know, an amber block. And more gears. Yeah, that's it. That's basically all of the whole museum. Oh my god, this takes so long to do. Anyway, I'm done with it, saying thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next event. We have one more event that is almost close. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
よし